Hello and welcome back to the fifth episode of my road to 2200 ELO, fide. And this game I get the black pieces, and we get a Caro-Kann advanced variation, Tal variation, pretty sharp line. Although trading the bishops immediately makes it less sharp, I think. Here I play e6 to avoid any e6s from my opponent. And here, if you remember game 2, I think I played something along the lines of c5 and taking here, but instead my coach told me about a maneuver that goes queen a5 and then queen a6, which is kind of annoying, I think, for whites, because trading doesn't look too appetizing, but not trading is also has its drawbacks. So yeah, my opponent goes here. Kind of a move I don't really know in Tal variations, so I thought it's probably not the best move, but whatever. And I play c5, and the tension is still kept between the queens, and at this point I'm thinking, can I just take his queen and take the pawn? But I don't think I can cling to the pawn because this square is occupied. So yeah, and instead I didn't want to play knight c6 either because you can trade my queen and double my pawns like this, and I didn't like that. So instead I just take the pawn first, and then I play, once again, not knight c6 because of this. Instead I play bishop c5 because this way I can defend it. And yeah, if he can't take the pawn now with the bishop because I just take his queen and then the bishop. So he goes here instead. So I'm up a pawn, but he's going to try to look for a counterplay on my king. Here I cannot go g6 because this is horrendous. I can probably resign here. So instead I bring my king there. And then he plays this tricky move, queen f3. To which I cannot respond g6 once again because of knight takes and there's a fork. So instead I cover this square with my knights, and thank God he can't play this because my queen can't see that square. So I got kind of lucky there, maybe. Instead he takes this pawn, which I didn't think was too bad for me, because once again I haven't really seen this in any Tal variations I've played. Plus it opens up my rook in a way. So yeah, I develop my pieces. He comes at me with g4, and he doesn't even bother defending this pawn because it was his queen is kind of tied down to the knight, and it's difficult to defend it, I think. So instead he just gives it up. Oh, and I'm sorry, what did I say before? Yeah, okay, no, I was correct. I was up a pawn. He took this pawn, so now I'm up a pawn again because I get this one. After queen g3, I took quite a long think because I have a few options here. I can play bishop here. I can play queen there. I can play knight to c6, knight here, knight there. And eventually I settled on knight, not this one. I settled on, what was it? Knight d7, there we go. Because anything else I play, I think he just comes with f4. I mean, even if I play knight here, but at least in this scenario, I thought I'm not blocking the queen. So if I played knight here, I kind of felt like I was blocking the queen from re-entering the game. So yeah, I thought this was nice. And then he comes in with the queen, which is also a bit of a surprise, because I thought his game plan was to create problems for my king. So I wasn't too unhappy to see this. We do trade queens. Here, once again, I thought for a few minutes because it's kind of unclear what's better. But it eventually settled on taking with the knight because, yeah, I thought the c file might be useful, a useful avenue to attack on. So he castles. I solidify my center in a way. Also, I take away this square, so I thought this was fine. He comes here. I bring my rook to the c file. Thought that was okay. He plays a3, and I play a5 to prevent this. He brings his king there. Play b5 because why not? I don't know. Maybe it was better to bring the rook in quicker, but I thought this couldn't hurt. He brings his rook there, and I do now bring my rook here with the idea of going this way, pushing the knight away. It only has one square. And then coming back to f6, because then I have kind of some nasty pressure on the f file. So instead he attacks my rook, so I go there, where I wanted to go. He goes back by himself, which means I don't even need to play g6 immediately. I can just play what I wanted to play, which was rook here. And already I was feeling pretty good. Like I have a strong center, I'm up a pawn. And yeah, I think he has problems here. He comes in with a knight, and I thought for a little while and then realized I didn't really need to think all too much, because I don't think I have anything better than to be ambitious and go for this. But here he has a few options. He can probably give this check, and I have to go here, because if not, I'm getting... Actually, no, this is not the moment. Anyway, he has this check. He goes here with the bishop immediately. He does decide to go on g5. And here I was thinking maybe I can just play rook e6, because I still hit the knight. This pawn is hanging now because his bishop was here. It's not defending it anymore. But I thought after something like bishop there, in this case I can't go this way because he would fork me like this. So I have to go this way. After this, I thought maybe a move like that. He hits my rook, so I need to move it. And then he comes in with a knight. Sure, I get this pawn, but maybe if we trade like this, doesn't look super clean. To be honest, I forgot that my bishop could come back in this variation, but I thought I had something better than this. Which is why I didn't play rook here. Instead, I took the knight. There we go. I didn't see anything better for him than to take back. And in this position, I could have just taken back, but I thought even stronger was taking this pawn, because now I'm attacking the knight and the bishop at the same time. He probably has nothing better than to take in the middle, in the center. So yeah, I take his knight, and we get a position like this. And I was kind of worried about him cutting me off on the g file and promoting this pawn. So yeah, I think that's the main idea for him. So I mean, I don't know if this was necessary or not, but I took the pawn. I was greedy. But it does free up this square for potential attack on the c file. So he goes for this pawn. I attack his rook. No, I don't do that. I thought about it, but then I thought he just goes back, and I don't see what I accomplished. My bishop is a little bit stuck. I don't think this is good for me. So instead, I play knight f6 after thinking for maybe 10 minutes. Although I don't think I have that many options. Yeah, and actually knight b6, I was thinking maybe he has this check, right? This maybe here. If he takes here, I thought, okay, I get a tempo on the rook, but he can go here and check me again. Maybe I go there and he takes like this. I don't know. I didn't think this was too convincing. So I play knight f6. He gives me the check, only move because his rook covers this file. And he takes the pawn, and now I think I have nothing better than knight e4. He gives me a check and goes back. Here I was expecting him to take immediately. I mean, not expecting him, actually. I just thought if he takes, I have this, and I think I'm okay, even after a move like h5, which does look scary, but I think... Actually, do I have anything here? I'm not sure. Probably. I don't know. We'll check with the engine in a second. But yeah. So instead he goes back with the bishop because I'm attacking it, and I don't think he has any squares. Here I just take it. There he blocks his rook, so that doesn't look too good. Yeah. Here obviously doesn't work. So yeah, only square seems to be this one. And here, okay, these are different lines. Here, I take the bishop. He gives me the check now. And instead of going up like this, I didn't because, yeah, of the h5 idea, which looked a bit scary. So I went down instead. He takes my bishop, and I thought I just need to go for his king now. I mean, I saw the idea of like getting a perpetual check and draw, but here I was kind of running low on time. Actually, I had about 7 minutes, I think, and I actually didn't. He spotted this resource. He told me after the game, but I didn't, because if he goes here, he doesn't actually threaten perpetual because I have knight here, which is actually a pretty motif that I don't think I've seen before. That's probably why I didn't see it in the game. So I was never in any danger of getting this perpetual check. So yeah, this was probably correct. And then I thought the best move for him would be this, and to go here. But once again, I thought it would go like this, and here I didn't spot this, which was why I was actually scared of him going c4. But instead, he saw that there was no perpetual, so he played f3, and here I thought I was winning, and I was. I played there. I think there's like a mate in 4, but I just play the simple moves instead, which also got me to win, because if he goes here, I have this mate, so he has to go here, and I pick up the rook, like this, and this hangs. So, yeah, I don't think actually in this case we analyzed the game together afterwards, and we were curious, so we checked with the engine as well. Usually I do that with you guys, but in this case I thought it was okay to do it with him. So I actually know what the engine graph says. I think you just saw it. Yeah. Let me crop this correctly for you. Oh fuck. There we go. Something like this. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. The accuracy is actually really good, 94%. And you see this zigzag, and that usually indicates that I miss a tactic for like 4 moves in a row, at least in blitz. But here in this game, actually, it was simply 5 inaccurate moves in a row. So like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, which I thought was funny. But yeah, in the moment, I think, yeah, this move was not the best. And this is kind of where the decline starts. And the official blunder was this. I mean, technically a blunder, but mistake was this. And it goes from -1 to -2.5. And yeah, I think overall it was a pretty good game, I'd say. And that puts me out at 3 wins, right? 3 out of 6. So there's 1 game left in the tournament. Wait, am I stupid? Did I win 3 games? My god, my memory is failing me. Anyway, there's 1 game left in the tournament, and that will be in a week. So yeah, I'll see you guys then, hopefully. See you.